I just had a really good game as an imposter. At the very start of the game, I didn't do too much except for faking a couple tasks. But soon after, I sabotaged Reactor and then got my first kill on Lime. And after a few moments, Lime's body got reported. Everyone ended up skipping their vote. During the next round, I sabotaged Lights and then killed White the second he walked into Electrical. Right after I killed White, I vented out and then White's body got reported. Just like the last round, everyone ended up skipping their vote. During the next round, I had walked into Electrical and I was just standing there thinking about what I should do, but then I saw Sign, so I locked the doors and got a nice kill on Sign. After I killed Sign, I literally just camped in the vents until Sign's body got reported. And for some reason, everyone was sus of Pink, so Pink ended up getting voted out. And at this point, there was only 4 other players left besides me, and no one was sus of me at all, so things were looking good. Dark Blue ended up calling an emergency meeting. Dark Blue then goes on and says that I have garbage, so come watch me do that. Other than that, nothing happened during the emergency meeting except for Purple getting voted out for absolutely no reason. And since Purple got voted out, that means there was only 3 other crewmates left. I didn't even have time to kill anyone before Black called an emergency meeting. Both Blue and Black were sus of me and were trying to get me voted out, but surprisingly Yellow came in clutch and said Blue was sus. So I took this as an opportunity and voted Dark Blue with Yellow so the votes would tie. And during the next round, I had accidentally killed Dark Blue right in front of Black, but this didn't matter because I managed to convince Yellow to vote for Black, which is how I won this game of Among Us. So the game starts and I'm a crewmate. Right as the game started, I got straight to work and started to complete all my tasks. I kid you not, only 30 seconds into the game, I had already found out who the imposter was. So I did what every other innocent crewmate would do, and I called an emergency meeting. And when Dark Blue got voted out, I just kept wondering why they vented right in front of me. So when I got to the victory screen, I clicked play again, and when the next round started, I was an imposter. And right away, I noticed that the imposter vision was extremely low, which is most likely why Dark Blue accidentally vented right in front of me. I took this as a challenge, and I ended up winning the game. GG's. I just found a really good strategy as a crewmate, and here's how it went. Right as the game started, I walked over to weapons to do my asteroids task. And while I was doing my task, I noticed that Black had walked down from weapons, so just keep that in mind. And after seeing that Black had walked down, I followed behind shortly after with Orange and noticed that there was a body in communications. I was really sus of Black, but I didn't want to point it out, so we all ended up just skipping. And during the next round, I came up with a really good strategy. My strategy was to literally just sit in this corner and wait for the vent and electrical to open. And once the vent opens, I would walk down to the electrical doors and find out who it is. And after waiting in this corner for such a long time, the vent finally opened. Pause. Quickly before I reveal who vented into electrical, I want you to go down into the comments and comment who you think it was. And if you guessed that Black was the one who vented into electrical, then you were right. GG's. I just had a crazy game as a crewmate, and here's how it went. Like always, when the game started, I got straight to work and started to complete all my tasks. And while I was doing my download in weapons, a sabotage went off. And like any other crewmate, I went to fix the sabotage. But watch closely as I'm fixing the sabotage. Someone quickly dies right when I was about to empty the trash. Fast forward to a few seconds earlier, this is exactly what I saw right before I went to fix the trash. I saw Purple and Pink right by the body, but at the time I didn't know who it was. So when we got to the meeting, I literally was panicking, so I wrote in all caps, it's either Pink or Purple. And after a long discussion of going back and forth whether it was Pink or Purple, we ended up voting out Purple. But the problem was that Purple wasn't the imposter. So when we got to the next round, I immediately called an emergency meeting, and I think everyone knew what to do. So Pink ended up getting voted off, and as expected, Pink was an imposter. So the game starts and I'm a crewmate. Right as the game started, I got straight to work and started to complete all my tasks. I kid you not, only 30 seconds into the game, I had already found out who the imposter was. So I did what every other innocent crewmate would do, and I called an emergency meeting. And when Dark Blue got voted out, I just kept wondering why they vented right in front of me. So when I got to the victory screen, I clicked play again, and when the next round started, I was an imposter. And right away, I noticed that the imposter vision was extremely low, which is most likely why Dark Blue accidentally vented right in front of me. I took this as a challenge, and I ended up winning the game. GG's.